Yeah, this morning I come with a heavy heart. It's been heavy for a little while if you've been listening. I just haven't really refilled what all was there. You see, the last 3 weeks alone, I've had to tell people of the demise of a loved one, a family member. I'm not talking about cousins, uncles, aunts, friends, immediate family. Um, Part of my job, but it's been growing a lot lately. It can be 6 1 week, three the next. That's not counting the ones I don't have to tell. Because there's been several of those that's been told to me outside that of people I know. Each one of those lives matter. Very few of them was expected. And what I find out is even the ones I suspected, it still tears them up because you're never ready to say goodbye to someone. That's one of the hardest things you got to do. In the mind, you go through a traumatic state because everything you're used to in life is totally changed in the blink of an eye. Y'all, as children of God, that's what He has for us to do. That's what He calls us to do, is to be there for them during that time. This is not an easy task, I know. Trust me. But God's there to walk with them and to help them. And sometimes that help will be you. In James 1, it talks, James, he puts everything so blunt and straightforward. One is a very good chapter, but I'm just going to touch on the very last verse. This is pure and undefiled religion in the sight of our God and Father, to visit orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep ones unstained by the world. See, my heart a while back got hurt whenever it comes to people thinking that the doors of the church is where you got to go to get saved. Whenever Jesus did not refrain himself to the church, but went out into the world, to the ones that couldn't go, the ones that couldn't walk, the ones that was lame or had any kind of demise, they weren't even allowed in the synagogue. They were considered unclean, unfit, unholy, and they couldn't even go in to hear the word. But God still loved them. That's what James is saying. The ones that lose their loved ones, they're hurting. Their whole entire future has been totally changed before them. I've had to tell people about their kids passing away or about a parent passing away that they had just spoke to. You never know when that last moment's going to be. But totally changes those people's lives. And right then is when they're going through just trying to figure everything out and hurting so bad. There's nothing you're going to say that's going to take that away. But sometimes just the presence of knowing someone's there that makes all the world a difference. One of my counselors in my college, one of the teachers used to say that being a biblical counselor is showing people that knows about God but can't see Him. And when they're hurting, they want to see, they want to feel. So whenever you're able to step in, even if you don't say anything, it's like showing them Jesus with skin on Him. See, we have people going to prison. The whole entire family's lies upside down. Don't know what the crime says, doesn't really matter. They're still people. Soldiers being sent off for whatever reason, to protect, to defend. They're doing it because someone has to. But what about their family, their spouses, their children? They have to pick up the pieces and figure out how to get everything done without them. People that goes into the hospital, right now the loved ones can't even be there to see them. They can't even go through the doors with them. And they have to pick up the pieces. Hell, maybe it's a good thing the church doors are starting to close a little bit so we get out of the building and go to our loved ones that's hurting, because that's church. Joining together. That's what God called us for. That's what James is saying right here. Go to them. Love on them. Pray for them. Just sit with them. Because everybody needs to feel loved and wanted. Everything I've done, I've told God to send me where He wants, but just take care of my wife and daughter. You know how hard it is just to have people call or check on them, though? Even when they say they would? Because they're so used to taking care of things in their own life. I'm guilty too. That's the way this life has gotten us, where every second we got filled with something. You know, my convictions will not be yours. But if you pray to God and you listen to His voice through His word, you will hear His convictions on you. And He'll open the door to the ones that He needs you to speak to. Because maybe you're the only one they'll listen to. May God bless. Continue to pray for this country and this land. And take advantage of today. Please take advantage of today, because you do not know who's going to be missing out of your life tomorrow. And it may just be you. God bless.